Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk true to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Make we shout, oh yo yo. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it to London today, and I'm going to tell you about it. It was a very, very disappointing morning. And I'm also going to tell you why it is not so much of a significance, rather, because Maiyegun is just one person. Why we have many who are even like more determined than Maiyegun that have already been doing the Lord's work in Abuja House at the Abuja House in London. So this is what happened. After everything sorted, I was prepared to be in London by 9:40 this morning. The only flight that leaves Glasgow is British Airways flight from Glasgow to London. And the only flight that comes back to Glasgow today is the same British Airways flight. So when I got there, they said COVID regulation says they can only take 5 people. Right. The email I received after booking my flight, was I should arrive at the airport an hour before the flight. Expectedly, they said 30 minutes, the latest. But well, it is COVID. So when I got there, they said, well, you are 5 minutes late. And in fact, if you had been 5 minutes early, you are likely not going to be on this flight. But we have another one, which will be 10:12 in the afternoon. I'm like, nah. And then when will be the return? Same return time, 4 p.m. And here is the irony. I live in Scotland, okay? I work for, good enough. I work for one of the, if not the biggest, communication company, in the TV and communication company in the entire Europe. So I work 4 days a week. I've got 3 days off. And out of those days, Sunday is the freest for me. So it was easier for me to book it for Sunday. And if I am going to be away, I have to be back here in Glasgow tonight to resume work tomorrow, right? So it's going to work against me. Getting to London, eventually, if I have to go this afternoon, I'll get to London sometimes around past 2. Then driving from Heathrow to central London, where the meeting is, I'm going to probably spend another 50 minutes or 55 minutes. That would mean I'll get to the meeting ground possibly around 3 o'clock or 10 past 3 o'clock. Now, I will have to be back at the airport an hour at least. Maybe I shouldn't use an hour again, maybe 2 hours before my return, or else I would miss that again. So working my time, it means that if I go to London, get to London or get to Abuja House by past 2, I won't be able to make it to the protest ground and at the same time make it back to the airport and at the same time make it back here. What about train? Well, if you have to take a train from Glasgow to London, you have to spend 6 good hours. That's the fastest. Now, if you have to drive, then you have to drive another 6 good hours. Let's say I missed the flight that should have left around 10 minutes to 8. I got there 5 minutes past 7. That means I'm like 5 minutes sort of late. Now, let's say I missed that and I decided to drive myself to London from 8 o'clock. That means I'll get to London by 2 o'clock. Yeah. And then maybe stay back, then drive another 6 hours back to Glasgow. That would be too much to ask for. Because what I was doing is to be part of those who are showing their displeasure with the criminals in Nigeria. We don't have to do it. That's one thing I actually also want to clear. The fact that we are living far away from Nigeria means that we are not directly affected by the misgovernance, by the misrule, by the killings, by the insecurity, by the joblessness, by the corruption, by the inefficiency of the criminals ruling Nigeria. We are not directly affected. So we have a choice to just mind our business, live our life, because we don't have to. But there are many of us who have, sort of a thought deeper that even if we are not directly affected and we are watching these criminals get away with all they are doing, we know that their safe abode is not in Nigeria. Their safe abode is outside Nigeria, in countries like this, where they can have access to healthcare that is standard, the one that can take care of them, right? The same one they can't give to the Nigerians they are leading. They can come here and buy posh properties, buy education for their children. It's so convenient. Yeah. But the people they left back home in abject poverty, who are turning to crime and crime every day, turning the country to a killing field. Yeah. Many of them, our family, their victims are our own family members, our relatives, people we know, our neighbors. Now, these days, with social media, the people you have built bond with, they have become victims of all this misgovernance. So we had a choice. Because let me say, we have a choice. Look away. Don't care a hoot about what happened in Nigeria, right? And let it burn. If it's going to burn, if it's going to great, whatever it's going to be, fine. Or pay attention, because today's victims, they are yesterday's survivors. And tomorrow's victims, they will be today's survivors. So even if you are living far away from Nigeria and you continue to look away because it doesn't affect you, right? Or you decided to participate in the whole looting and the whole destruction of that country, yeah? Because it's convenient for you. Once you join them, destroy the place, you can run back because you have the second citizenship from your different countries, right? But there are many of us that won't have that opportunity. Yes, we are living outside Nigeria, yeah? We won't have the opportunity if we have to visit our family members in Nigeria, some of us will have to visit our family members. We won't meet them anymore. We won't meet them alive. They will be dead. And when we ask them, what killed them? The same insecurity that Buhari is enjoying the president's, influence, and then becoming this, this influential president, blah, 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 but not doing the job. It can leave you there, right? But some of us are going to be affected even more, despite the fact that we are not living in Nigeria. So what does that mean? It means that we can't keep quiet. We have our own life. Yes, we have our own life. In Nigeria, our own peer, people who we went to school with, who also had dreams like us. Nigeria has happened to many of them. Today, Nigeria is the world capital of the jobless people. 33% of the population is recorded as officially jobless, right? And at the same time, they have a population of over 20 million school-age children who are roaming the streets. It is also the capital of, this lifeless ghost, Buhari, who has made it the capital or the world capital, the capital of the, the poverty capital of the world. These all strains, destructions, put more pressure on many of us who are not victims of police brutality. We are not victims of bad hospitals. We are not victims of bad roads, bad schools, bad education. We are not victims of state-sponsored terrorism. But when you look at the victims of those acts, you will see your family members there. Maybe they haven't killed him. Maybe he's not kidnapped yet. Maybe that is the extreme. What about other things they have done to them? How much of this subsidizing Nigeria are many of us living outside Nigeria are now shouldering? How many of you are now suffering from different depression simply because the news from your family members, the request, the demand, which you have to interfere. No, somehow you have to be part of. How are you coping? These are the indirect way Nigeria is affecting us. We are sending more money to that country. Poverty is increasing because they are stealing more money, right? The money, the normal facilities that should reduce any stress on the citizens, like healthcare, education, they took away all of that from them, but they are coming here to enjoy it. While you continue to think about how you are going to send that money for healthcare for your family member, to that your friend there in Nigeria, who ordinarily had the same dream like you, but you had an opportunity of living, it didn't have the opportunity. Now, here is the final one. When you think deeply, why are we interested? Now, many of you now, when you are living in Nigeria, I will say this possibly applies to our own uncles and aunties, some of them who are in their 50s, late 40s. They left Nigeria 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Some of them, the kind of dream they had when they were living Nigeria was, I am going outside Nigeria to go and hustle. Or to go and, when they say hustle, it's a different way. Economically, for academically, for every other thing you want to go for, right? I am going to make myself better so that I can come back to Nigeria and live the life I want to live. Many of you had that dream. You wanted to go back to Nigeria someday. You wanted to be able to, right, enjoy the fruit of your own labor, even though Nigeria didn't give it to you. Today, your own life is also at risk. You are now probably planning, should I go? Should I not go? If I'm going, should I take my children? Is Nigeria safe enough? Okay, if I take my children, should we just stay in Lagos? Because all this news about kidnapping and all of that, you are hearing them, you are not admitting them, you are living in denial of it, but it's true. Because you haven't become a victim yet, because your own story is not what we are talking about yet, doesn't mean that you are safe from it. How long do you think you are going to live in that fear? How long do you think you're going to keep quiet and it's just going to probably get, it's probably just, wash away? Some of us know that it's not going to wash away. It's not just, we are not going to just wish it away, right? Because if you are not a victim today, you are a survivor today, right? And you will likely be a victim tomorrow, because the survivors of today will be the victims of all this barbarity tomorrow. Now, Buhari jumped into the plane. flew down to London, right? I wanted to be there. I am just one person, right? There are many, many people who have been there. Today should be the day 3 that people have been camping, resuming there, telling him and screaming, Buhari, go home, Buhari, go home, Buhari, go home. Maiyegun is just one person. It would have been great because I know so many people that will be there today simply because if they confirm that Maiyegun is there, but Maiyegun is just one person. It's not even about me. I am not a leader of any group. I am not a leader of any movement. I am just Maiyegun, that guy that speaks the guy that you can call your conscience. What you make of it is completely your own cup of tea. And I love my people. They said, Maiyegun, if you are coming, we're going to pick you up. They were ready. Honestly speaking, they were ready. All bills on them. How to get me from the airport, take me to the location, meet everyone who managed to come out. But if you are living in this country, if you are living in this type of country, yeah, not like what Buhari has made Nigeria, okay, you will understand that, number one, you expect people to have a job, to have their own job. I mean, to have a life. Number one, you have to have a life if you are living in this country because nobody will pay your bill, okay? You have to have a job that pay your bill. So in Nigeria, yes, if Nigeria is working, maybe Nigerians will be protesting on their own day off and organize and come out and say, we want this thing to go down. We want to protest for that or this, just like we do here, right? And for those of us who have that job, that means you already have your itinerary of how you live your life every day. Work, family, recreation, and other things, and all of that, yeah? So out of this whole thing, out of this life that we have, yeah, then we can then just cut out a little to go and make life uncomfortable for the people who make life uncomfortable for you in Nigeria. That is voluntary. Do you get that now? There will be people the people are already there. There will be more people that will go there today because it is the right thing to do. This may not be anything so usual to an average Nigerian in Nigeria. You know, there is a problem that you will probably agree with me, and that problem is that they will say, oh, dealing with Nigerians are really difficult. No. Dealing with foolish Nigerians can be difficult, but if you understand that, you know, this saying that you should be afraid of foolish people in large numbers. Nigerians are those that will come after you simply because you are going after those who destroyed that same country that everybody agree is destroyed. Do you get that now? Nigerians, are those who choose their own oppressors differently. Do you get that now? They want you to know that oppression is welcome. In fact, an average Nigerian believes that he is praying for a day. He believes that if he is oppressed today, he is looking for a day he himself is going to oppress somebody because it is normal. So all you have to do is double your hustle. It doesn't matter what you do. Get rich and get famous. That's all you need. It is about that has pushed the charlatans, criminals, manipulators, known fraudsters to push themselves forward because they have the criteria that an average Nigerian need. One, you must be very brutish and at the same time pretend to love them. Okay? When you forgive them as they love it, if they offend you and you are a rich man, if a poor man in Nigeria believes that he offends you, okay, and he apologizes as he is expected, and that rich man, powerful man, says, "Okay, I have forgiven you," after putting you illegally in police custody, after putting you through torture and many things, because as a poor man, when you offend a rich man, you are expected to be punished. But if that rich man now says, okay, I forgive you anyway, just go, then you will now see a poor man being so grateful for the kind-heartedness of this rich man that did not use his power to use the police to beat him up. He will call his family, he will call his father, his mother, his entire family to go and say thank you for that rich man he offended. He doesn't understand anything about his own rights. That is an average Nigerian. An average Nigerian believe, because they've normalized abnormalities, okay? An average Nigerian believe that if politician says, we are going to give you 24 hours electricity, if the electricity should by any means lasted for more than 10, 20 hours, 15 hours, the poor Nigerian will be suspecting, oh boy, is something not wrong like this? Why is the electricity? Man, we have had electricity for the past 11 hours. So, hey, something is cooking. Oh, something is happening. Oh, because he forgot that politicians told him that he was going to get 24 hours electricity if he give him that power. Right? They will say, hey, oh boy, then 24 hours. Oh boy, Nigeria don't change. Oh boy, see changes. 24 hours, electricity, for the past 2 days, they haven't taken light, it doesn't care what is going on, right? For that 48 hours, he's been able to use the electricity. Man, that is a miracle. Now, if you then come out to say, but the electricity didn't last longer than 48 hours. My friend, shut up. We used to have only 10 hours, 5 hours. Sometimes we will not have electricity for 3 months. So as an average Nigerian, that moment is his own moment. And that moment cannot be taken away from him. And he is conditioned to be like that. To the point that when an average Nigerian see another Nigerian going out to protest against what he knows, but he choose which kind of oppressor or the type of oppression he is comfortable with, and who is oppressing him. So they decided to choose their slave masters. So I call them Nigerians who love their slave masters differently. And in this regard, when you see those who believe in PDP, go after those who believe in Buhari APC, and those who pretend not to believe in both, but they believe in Nigeria. When you look at when you check all their lines of argument and defense, right, you will believe that they are living in a world that they created or got used to or adapted to or forced to adapt to the life of an average Nigerian. So when he now sees another Nigerian protesting, an average Nigerian believes that if you don't like anything the government is doing, just keep your mouth shut. Going out to protest is like you asking the government to kill you. So naturally, Nigerians expected their politicians to fail them. Okay? So if their politicians surprise them by any means, they become suspicious because according to them, something must be going on. And the politicians understand them too. So instead of the politicians to build hospitals, politicians will be doing philanthropy. You know, they will be stealing money for hospitals. They will be doing philanthropy to the poor people when they need health care. Somebody who needs health care, right? When he goes to the hospital where they have no equipment, no doctor, no medicine, no nothing, right? When he or she gets there, they will say, go and pay 200,000 naira. When they don't have the money, the first 3 places they will look up to will be, one, who is that popular politician in our area? Who is an elected politician in our area? Who is that rich man in our area that I can go to and beg for money? Not go to government, because they just went to the government hospital, right? Now, if they eventually by luck, meet the politicians that says, oh, 200,000 for your daughter. Oh, I'm very sorry. Mind you, he's not going to give that 200,000, by the way. This is how they rob them. Oh. They won't build the hospital. They won't make it available for use, right? Then when the people need the help, they will make themselves the helper. Tifnumbu will be sponsoring people on education. Tifnumbu will be donating money to universities. Tifnumbu will be donating money to charity organizations, feeding people who have no money to feed, who have no job. And at the end of the day, every government policies that they promise them to give them jobs, to create hospitals, to fund their doctors and all of that, all of the policies, so they will refuse to fund them, okay? So when the people are now ready to use those facilities, and the facilities are not there, Tifnumbu and his different other people, they will make themselves available. Oh, you need the hospital bill. Oh, don't worry. I will call the CMD. I will call the CMD of the hospital. Oh, he's my friend. Let me call him to treat your daughter. I will pay him. Remember, on paper in Nigeria, they have something called NHIS. It is meant to be like our own NHS in the UK. It is meant to be for those who have job, whether you are working for government or you are working for a private company. That is on paper. There are workers in Nigeria, they are deducting this NHIS money from. But when these people need the facility to go to the hospital, there will be nothing. You will see somebody who has been working for 10, 15 years. He cannot afford 1.5 million naira for surgery. Then he will turn to social media and say, please help me, help me. Now, the politicians that fail to do all of that, they will now make themselves available. They'll say, oh, 1.5 million. I said, we have been everywhere. We have spent everything. We have sold all our property. We've spent all our daddy's pension. But we only need 1.5 million, sir. Please don't let our daddy die. Please, sir. I say, oh, don't worry. Your daddy will not die. Don't worry. The CMD is my friend. Don't worry. I'll call him. Hello. Oh, CMD. Oh, this is Senator Baraka. Yeah, Senator Baraka talking. See, I have a member of my constituents here. He knows that they didn't buy medical equipment for that hospital. He knows that there is no medicine in that hospital. But wait. Yeah. You see, I'm currently in Abuja. Yeah, I have a meeting with Mr. President, special committee on special people assignments. We have a meeting. If not, I will come and see you. But you know what? I'm going to send my driver. He will bring my business card. I want you to treat them. Okay, please attend to them. I will get them across to you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yeah, good. I say, Jesus Christ. Jesus. God. God will help you, honorable. Honorable, everything you want in life will happen to you. You have been saving life for honorable. My blah 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 blah. Do you see that now? Do you see that manipulation? That is what they do for them. So when you see anybody on social media, who now see people criticizing Buhari, criticizing Tinubu, and they have stories like that, what do you want them to believe? Believe Tinubu or believe me? Or believe you? While hundreds of thousands from that same community are also being denied access to the healthcare facility the senator said they budgeted for and they've already spent money on. So if you now go out there, now here is another one, okay? In the UK is not a big country. You can say UK is partially a socialist country, a welfare state, because here in the UK, they have their own government that tax us to everything. If you are a Nigerian in the UK, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about those who are working legitimately now. Okay? I'm not talking about those who are living off the crumbs from Nigeria, because there are many of them in the UK. They are doing big money in the UK. Whatever they are feeding on, now Nigeria that they get the money from. That's how corrupt Nigeria is. And when you see them defend Nigeria in the UK, they have access to healthcare. They are not doing anything, healthcare, free money from Nigeria, and they still call themselves Nigerians, and possibly tell you Buhari is doing well. Okay? But if you are working legitimately here, you will know what they take from us. I know what they take from me every month. I'm not complaining because I can see what they are spending it on. For every penny they take from me every month, I'm enjoying what I should be enjoying. For every penny they take from you in Nigeria every month, you are questioning where is the money? Where is the money? And we are all asking, where is the money for the hospital that even this selfish person, this selfish Buhari, that has traveled to the UK 12 times, 12 times, paid for by you, Nigerians, who are going to go and beg senator, who are going to go and then they will do something called medical outreach. Have you seen how many times they are doing it? Even Tifnumbu, he started something in Lagos. They called it Jiggy Bola. Do you know how many people they use that Jiggy Bola to put in that chain? The chain of, Tifnumbu has saved Yoruba simply because of eyeglasses. So, Jiggy Bola. All the eyeglasses that you will get here from a £1 shop, come to £1 shop in the UK. Reading glasses. So, however, for those ones who are actually doing it legitimately, I'm talking about the corrupt ones now. Okay? For Jiggy Ebola, that possibly will not be, even if you put the whole thing into together, let's see how much. My own glasses is £170, and that should be maybe 100,000 naira of your money, right? So let's say, and this is like a really what do you call it, medical glasses, okay? Now let's say an average cost for the recommended glasses that they call Jiggy Bola, and they gave them to old people, old women. They will do a funpa for them. They will do this what do you call them? A funpa. When they do that, what do you call it? The check, the art check for them, they will tell them and say, oh, they will give them multivitamins, and then they would also give them Jiggy Bola, and they'll say, hey, I can read, oh, Mama can read the Quran very well now. Daddy can read his Bible very well now. Hey, Tifnumbu. Meanwhile, these are things that they could just go to the hospital where they have a proper healthcare system in place for people, right? Old people, they can go to the hospital, and the hospital will recommend the glasses for them free of charge. But because they have already looted and destroyed all the healthcare system, so they made themselves the alpha and omega of the people. So what did they do? They steal the money that should take care of millions. Now they are now sharing that for the selected thousands. Now poverty increased, and all of us are feeling the brunt. I am just one person. I have blood pressure. God bless you. All of you shall know, I don't describe them. When you do them like that, they check your blood pressure. Blood pressure. There are many of you who have sent this personal kits to your aged parents in Nigeria for them to be checking their blood pressure every day. You know why you send them all of that? Because you want to be knowing how they are feeling. Mama, mommy, are you sleeping well? How about how is Kenneth treating you? Kenneth is their own what do you call it? Their house help, because you are paying for house help. Apart from the fact that you are paying, some of you are really rich. Oh, my mama don't die, so I paid that before my mom died. Hospital bills, tests. My mom didn't have any surgery before she died, but hospital bills, medicals, all of that. Then my sister was living with her, so which is somebody she could trust. I mean, very close, right? So then I have to continue to send money so that she continue to get her medicals. She continue to go to the hospital to get her tests, not government hospital, private hospital in Nigeria. Do you get that now? So some of you, you know what I'm talking about. Simply because even if you don't agree that the healthcare system that collapsed in Nigeria is affecting you too, maybe not directly, but you know what I'm talking about. Now, you are checking it every day because you don't want to receive this breaking news. Hello, auntie. Hello, auntie me. Say, sorry, Joe, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Auntie me. My friend, can you please say something? What happened? How is daddy? How is mommy? Mommy is there. What happened? It is that, you know what I'm talking about. You want to be monitoring it because you know there is no healthcare system to take care of them. Some of you are even richer. You are taking them out of Nigeria. What are you admitting to? You are admitting to the same technique, the same inefficiency that is pushing the lives of the president of the whole country to take himself and give himself to doctors from another country. National security risk. I know some of you are saying it's not Buhari, whoever he is. Just know that it is so wrong that no matter how you see it, I want to share what Oke Bakassi said about this. Where is that again? Yeah, listen to this. Just for your own
good. Applying doctors to do check-up for president.
One day check-up.
No, hold on. So, no, we're going to leave that one. This will be like, say we won't carry motor, go service abroad. You understand? We won't carry the national vehicle. Go. Do you know that countries when know themselves, know they let foreign nationals touch their president?
You know what you mean?
You know the level of security risk it is for you to allow a foreign national to touch your president. They don't even look. In some countries, a president, you know, they wear the same cloth 2 times. Because you know one London, the cloth. Unless like people, you know one London, I made they go plant cheap.
Inside out.
Inside.
You understand? Yeah. So people where they bring in cloth, you get people where they bring in cloth.
Special.
You understand? They not born anybody where to touch with him one way. Because if you implant cheap, every secret where the president know, you go to know. Then we go carry our own president, go put them on top of,
no be once, so no be twice.
put them on top of bed.
Leave
them for
pass out.
In a random private hospital.
Nurses they take and learn work.
For another nation,
For another place.
The nurses where they touch and so now normal nurses so.
Then when I say we'll be suffering country.
I beg,
when he reach to buy one small tokumba, when person wanted to do Uber, when I go say one make we do local, we do local. But when I want to check up on our service plane washer, so I mean we never did ready. When we did ready, when I wake me.
I don't have a show today.
If you want to go, you understand?
6 years of holiday.
This is 60 years of independence. Okay? 60 years of independence. Hospital, one better hospital.
Each president to each president.
By right, Nigeria is supposed to be where all these West African presidents go to come. When they come for checkup. And guess what? You may shock you to know that when you go abroad now, the Nigerian doctors go do this work.
Yes, now they are the best.
We get best everywhere. So waiting had us now to buy the equipment.
Where they go to the check president.
Because building day, AC day, generator day, everything day. Now just to buy.
Now just to buy equipment. So do you understand that now? Building day, AC day, generator day, even like if like no day, generator day, but just buy equipment and take care of hundreds of thousands and millions of people. So that just to have access to it, pay the doctors. And you think because Maiyegun didn't go to London, Maiyegun has paid his followers. I don't get follower, we be like movement. This is like a free will platform, right? And that is why we call it Temple of Truth. Some truth could knock you out. Like you go to sit down like this. You will sit down like properly. You could think say you balance. And some truth could just eat you back. And you will knock out. And it's not a competition. To God be the glory that we live in a country where, number one, I can afford to pull my own money, withdraw my own money, buy tickets, like many people are doing. You know, some people, there is no one you will see at that place that did not spend any dime to go to that place, even those who are living in London. So, pull your own money, put fuel in your car, your own money, to go and tell an idiot that 200 million people back home are so scared of that they don't even know what to do, how to come together and get rid of the miscreants, get rid of the hoodlum, right? But you pull your own money. managed to cut out a small time, right? And then you decided, I'm going to go. For those who buy fuel, put fuel inside car. For those who bought tickets, train ticket to bus ticket to, right? Even for those who are going to cycle down, it is all about, do I have the time to go and register my own displeasure? It is called free will. Okay? Now, if you then say, man, something I can't go again, right? You are one person who is not going. There are others that are still planning to go. Everybody is working their plan, working their schedule. When am I going to be free again? Oh, am I going to be free on Monday? What time? Oh, am I going to be free on Tuesday? Oh, when am I going to be free? What they are doing is that they are telling the criminal politicians in Nigeria that if you can get away with all the madness in Nigeria, if you believe that you have gotten away with all of it, you are their demigod and you can direct them to wherever you want them to go, that you can kill protesters and get away with it. If you come over here, every day, for every minute of what you do in that country, we know them, right? We know more. And that is that if you know better, you must do better. Abi, for knowing more, one thing that we are not taking out is we also have a privilege. It is not actually a privilege, but to an average Nigerian who has lived in Nigeria before, who then relocated to a better country where human rights are genuinely respected, right? You will understand that it is a privilege. There are our brothers in Nigeria who came out to protest bad governance, to protest this plutocracy called democracy in Nigeria, to protest this inefficiency and incompetency of these criminals who have now turned terrorism business in Nigeria to state-sponsored businesses, right? Now, these guys who come out and risk their lives, those who have been killed, they are not better than us. We are not better than them, right? The only thing that is missing is that we are living in two different climes. A climb that understands that you have a right to express your displeasure, an atmosphere that says you have no right to express your displeasure, right? And the larger percentage of the people are scared enough to agree that they have no right to accept their own freedom. So if you are now living in the UK, so to an average Nigerian, it's like when they see us, it's like we are abusing our privilege. Look at them, oh. They have light, they have hospital, they have school, they have job, they are getting money. Now they want to go and protest. Is that not joblessness? Now, if you now want to understand an average Nigerian, especially if you want to pay attention to the Buhari idiots, the collateral mumus, the Buhari Dins, the Buhari Didenis, the Buhari Denotus, the Buhari Dijatus, and the rest of them, they can make a single statement that will be so contradictory at the same time. Okay? They will tell you that, oh, you have everything. Every time you talk about Nigeria, they want to jump into it like it's a competition. Okay? But at the same time, they will say, oh, are you thinking you are better than us? Is it because you are living in the UK? Is it because you think nobody can arrest you? Is it because they cannot kill you? That's why you are telling people to go and protest and be killed. So primarily, he has accepted that if you go and protest in Nigeria, government should kill you. Now, if you then go out, it's your choice to be killed. He agrees that, oh, is it because we are not going to be killed? That's why we are talking about Nigeria. Then we'll go out there and do something. Then we are like, okay, fine. If you are not going to do anything for them because they will kill you in Nigeria, if they leave Nigeria, we will deal with them in our own way. In our own way, at our own time. Yeah? Now, they have left Nigeria. We are dealing with them now. Especially starting from Buhari, the effigy in Aso Rock. Yeah? So we are dealing with him. Then the Buhari idiots, they are now saying, look at them. They have light, you have light, you have this, you have that, this and that. All of you are getting money, blah, 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 blah. Now you want to go and protest jobless people. How can people who have everything, who have jobs, who are responsible, how can they be jobless again in the same statement? That is when you will get to know that the Buhari Dins and the rest of them, and like I did say, when there's something called Buhari titis. Buhari titis is like meningitis. Okay? So Buhari titis is something you can call a mental disorder. Apologies to those who are actually having real medical, mental health problem, health issue rather. Okay? You see, this Buhari titis, the mental disorder that is called Buhari titis, yeah, is so bad that nobody has a solution for it. No one has diagnosed it yet. You have people who give no damn whether they kill you or you turn to refugee. And you are told to go and pray. Right? Go and pray. It is God that will fix Nigeria. Go and pray. Then you have been praying. More people have been killed. More people have become poorer. The Nigeria that they told you will not be corrupt is now the most corrupt country in the entire Africa. Second most corrupt country in the whole world. Right? But as a Buhari Din or as a collateral mumu, yeah, why would you go and send Buhari away where he's getting health care? Don't you have a job? Don't you have something to do? Why don't you go and find a job? A jobless moron living in the country with the most jobless people in the whole world is talking to somebody who could afford, without being paid, without being given money to go and carry flag and say, hey, Buhari, we love you. Buhari carry go just because they paid you 1,000 naira. People who can afford that. Somebody living in a country that is known as the poverty capital of the world. Somebody living in a country with the highest number of jobless people. Somebody living in a country that cannot find a single hospital to take care of their own number one president, number one citizen. That person is feeling offended. Is feeling kind of somehow, I don't know, mental, that those who have all those are helping them to chase away the lifeless money queen that is spending their money comfortably in another man's country. They say you can't shame the shameless. Of course, but at the same time, there is nothing wrong in reminding the shameless people that they are shameless and whatever they stand for is shameful and they should be ashamed of themselves. Reminding them is not wrong, because if you keep quiet for too long, you will find yourself agreeing with them. For example, when they ask you that, now Buhari, is it Buhari's fault that Nigeria doesn't have 24 hours electricity? Is it Buhari that has been president from 1960? Oh, okay. Do you know that you are likely going to agree with them? Abi? Fine. Oh, there is no good hospital in Nigeria. Is it Buhari that destroyed all the hospital from 1960? What about the past president? Oh, really? Great. Do you know you might find yourself agreeing with them? By the time you continue to keep quiet, you will also begin to suffer from either the Stockholm syndrome, which is something that makes you forget the oppression of today, that is prompting you to ask for a change. And by the time you get used to it, you suffer Stockholm syndrome, or the selective amnesia, okay, which is what do you call it? Choice ignorance. You will personally just decide to live in fool's paradise, right? By believing things that don't exist. Do you get that now? So that's why you have to continue to remind shameless people that, you see, if there is anything you probably forget about in this whole life, yeah, is that there will always be consequences for every action. There will always be consequences. For every action, there will always be counter and contradictory or opposing reaction. So what we are doing right now is just helping you. If you are in Nigeria, you don't need to value it, because we are also doing it voluntarily, right? We don't have to do it. Everyone you see on this in front of this building, telling Buhari to go back to Nigeria, every one of them, they have life. Every one of them have their own life in this country. Do you get that now? they have jobs. Some of them are those who are remitting back that billions of dollars. They say total remittance from the Nigerians in diaspora. When you see these guys, they are better than your Buhari. You know why? They live in a country where they believe that they have to work before they can eat. They have to work before they can pay their rent. They have to work before they can pay for their gas and electricity. And they know that when government take their tax, they will be able to drive on good road. When they are sick, they will be able to take their family members and themselves to the hospital. They will not be asked, where are you coming from? Why are you black? Why don't you go to your country and get that health care? Because they pay for it. And nobody will ask them before they access it. Nobody will need to give them special treatment or give them this profiling because they live in a country that work. And a criminal like Buhari cannot think that it will always be welcome, right? To ship your money to this country, the same money that we also send to Nigeria. Or where do you think they get the forex from? The forex they are spending in Nigeria. Who do you think send the forex? Or do you think your dollar, I mean your petrodollar that they are stealing every now and then is enough for them to feel to satisfy their insatiable loss for forex dollars? We send the dollars, we send the pounds, we send the forex to Nigeria, into Nigeria economy. So from this forex, this criminal will use the money and come back here to the UK and enjoy the NHS that we pay for. And you think it's just going to go like that? Yes, you are very okay with the way they are ruling you in Nigeria, right? But we pay for that hospital that criminal want to be treated in. And we have every right to tell them it's not welcome here. Imagine, President of Nigeria, who came to this country, President of the most populous black nation on earth. He came to this country. Nobody welcomed him. No government official in this country acknowledges his presence. Which means he came here as a private visitor, not as a diplomatic visitor. But he's using his diplomatic cover to enter any country he can enter, then spend your money as he wants, to use the facility we pay for. Come on. You may be comfortable in Nigeria, okay? I pay for that hospital too. Do you get that now? I pay for those who ended up working in those hospitals. Right from the day they entered their medical school, from the day they got their qualification, our tax money paid for most of them. So Buhari cannot come here because he believes that he can afford to pay them and then enjoy it. Don't let us make it comfortable. Not with these people. If I am not there, there are better and many, many better people who have made it to that position, to that place. If I didn't make it up today, if I make it down there today, right, I'm going to look for another free day. I'm going to rebook it again. No be my money. I will rebook it again. And we'll go meet again for London. But for now, there are people there that are making it uncomfortable for the idiots staying away. Yeah?
We pay your salary. We pay your salary.
Also,
So we're in England.
one of his sons on the 13th of April 2024, Bello El-Rufai, is taking a woman on a Twitter that him and his gang they're going to rape that woman. I know any further action was to investigate and make a lawful arrest and prosecution.
Buhari must go!
These are patriotic Nigerians.
Buhari must go! 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 Buhari must go!
Buhari must go.
Buhari must go! Buhari must go! Buhari must go!
Buhari is a gunner.
Buhari must go! 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 Buhari must go!
See what they happen in Kwara. The latest one what they happen in Kwara.
Like private school.
Acting missionary school to close down, forcing them to close down all because of religious sentiment.
It is now we that were here.
Everyone got on shell and Kwara. Show you keep moving on. Marshall in this century. Everyone don't shell.
All those people crying for those people. How many of them cover their head at home?
Ṣé wọ́n àwọn àfáàfá àwọn kọ́ àwọn ọmọ wọn wọ ibi yìí ṣé wọ́n lọ sí school ṣé wọ́n lọ school ìjọba èyí tó bá fẹ́ lọ sí religious school ó lọ sí religious school kí ni wọ́n ṣe wọ́n sọ pé dandan kan lọ wọ ìjáàbù nítorí pé wọ́n lọ sí religious school níbí yìí ìwọ tó bá fẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ ẹ́ lọ religious school ó mì pé o ti lọ́ọ̀dì láti tẹ̀lé òfin àti ìlànà school yẹn ó ṣe ṣe pé wàhálà Nàìjíríà ṣe wá pọ̀ tó ṣe pé àti ẹ̀ lè ronú for once. And these people are calling themselves youth of the representation of the Nigerian youth, and you are there fighting using a religious sentiment to tackle things. I don't understand. No matter if it will never need until Tabato resolve things. Until things are resolved in a right way.
It's a bank holiday. First of
Bank holiday. It doesn't matter. I'm okay.
It's Monday the 3rd of May. We are here in front of the Wellington Hospital to ensure that our new guest, our esteemed guest, shall have no rest while those in Nigeria have no rest, shall have no possibility of good medical health care while those in Nigeria have no good medical health care. We are waiting, we are watching, we will act.
Yes. So, like I said, what will make me more special than those people who are already there this morning? People are already gathering from 12 o'clock. Let me give you the address if you are in London. Okay? It is called the Abuja House. But if you are in London, you can use the postcode. Let me see it. In fact, you just need to put in Abuja House, London, direction. All right? Just put that in and go through and well, let me see it. Yeah, it is going. I mean, it is number 2, Camden Hill. Oh, hang on. I'm going to try and see if I can put it on the screen for you. So I'll use the postcode. Okay. Let's see that. On the map. Sorry guys, trying to copy it and see if I could copy that up because I'm using my phone. So just type in the Abuja House. And it says here the number 2, Camden Hill, Kensington. And yeah, let's see. I couldn't pull up the postcode. But if anyone has it, just please paste it on the comment section, okay? So, imagine it's showing me here that it's going to take me 6 hours, 24 minutes to drive from here to that location, 410 miles. Okay, so number 2, Camden Hill, Kensington. I don't know the postcode right now. Okay, people are there. You will see the number. I'm going to give a detailed report later tonight. There's nothing special about well, there's nothing too special about Maiyegun being there today. It would have been a great one for me personally because I want to be there. I had the time. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be with people who are going to do that. Buhari go home. Buhari go home. I want to be part of them. I mean, go get the hell out of here. If they make you comfortable in Nigeria, then stay in Nigeria. Don't come here and make it look like, you know, you are some kind of African prince in the UK. Somebody who is so entitled to be pampered and do all of that too. You know what I'm talking about? Right? So it would have been a great pleasure to be part of that today. And to everyone who is there today, thank you very much for making it down. To all of you who are on your way, they said it's going to start by 12 noon. So by now, we should be having feeds. You know, we should be having, having feeds from the what do you call it, from the location. Let's send them back home. Everywhere you see them in any part of the world, get rid of them, make them uncomfortable, and send them back to where they are coming from. Okay? So when the Nigerians are tired of their oppressors, like many people are already getting tired, yeah, they will be bold enough to join those who are demanding that something different should be enacted. And it doesn't matter wherever you belong to, okay? It is your choice. Everything will be personal, and it's up to you. If you are comfortable with the Nigeria you have right now, embrace it, okay? In the country, in this part of the world that I live in, we are so free, right? To do whatever we like under the law. Someone said, oh, he's pretending to, you know, he was pretending that he was going to London. There's a lockdown protocol. Those ones are just the Buhari idiot comments, okay? However, I'm going to try it again. I'm going to tell you, if Buhari remain in London, if they said he's coming to use 2 weeks, our people have managed to keep him inside that cell, right? They have managed to keep him inside that cell. They have not been able to move him out. Earlier, last night, they said they have moved Buhari to another location. It was a ruse. It was a distraction. It was a plan to get all of you to that place, okay? To go and disturb neighbors so that the neighbors will call the police. They will say, who are you looking for? Oh, we are looking for Buhari. Ah, they don't scam you. Buhari couldn't come out of the house since he arrived in London. And it is because people have been camping outside the house. Buhari hasn't been able to go to the hospital. Our people are already there at the hospital to make sure that the hospital management will tell him to leave. Now, the neighbor in that area where he is right now, the neighbors are, they are going to eventually tell him or call the police to tell him to leave. Okay? So they said he's coming here to use 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Abi. He has used 4 days now. Okay? So which means he has 10 days to go. I am available again next week, Sunday. I will buy another ticket. If Buhari is still in London by next week, Sunday, I will buy another ticket and we'll go meet there. There are people that will be scheduling themselves to appear there. Don't take it personal, no be competition, okay? If you want to go there on your own time, maybe on your way back from work, just go to that gate. Even if there's one person you meet there, carry your own pan and pot and anything. Make your own noise there. Buhari go! Buhari go home! Buhari go home! When you are done, go back into your car, and go home. You have played your part, okay? The effort is to make him uncomfortable and everybody keeping him in that place. And people saying, oh, you know, that Buhari, all of you are this and that. You are just stupid. Let me tell you that, okay? Whether it is the real Buhari or fake Buhari, right? Somebody is in that Nigeria house, and he is currently claiming to be Buhari, okay? Whether na fake one or na real one, no, we don't want any Buhari here. Does that make any sense to you? Whoever is there claiming to be Buhari, we will make this country we'll make London uncomfortable for him. Even if he stay for that 2 weeks before he return to Nigeria, it doesn't matter. He will know it. That if he has to drive, finally, very soon, Buhari is going to try and drive out of that compound. But when he's trying to drive out of that compound, our people go there. Whether not 5 people, whether not 2 people, whether not 10 people, whether not 100, it doesn't matter. Just go there and make your own noise. If you want to record it. Drop your own message. Buhari ole, Buhari ole, Buhari a criminal, go back to Nigeria. Do your own. Now your own part with that. No be competition. Do you get that now? But if Buhari stay in the UK for another 8 days, some of us go meet for London again. And thank God we can afford it. All right? We can afford to meet there every time that we are free. As is all of us have our own different times, why not? It means that when you check your own schedule and you read the news, they say Buhari is still in London, and you are in London, and you are not working around 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Even if not 7 p.m., you finish from work, and you know that you can quickly stop at Camden, and go into the Abuja house, carry your own megaphone or anything, okay? Make some noise, scream there. If he did toilet, whoever is in that place, and whoever is keeping him there, let them know, say you came, and go home. Do you get that now? That is what is called protest, because you have every right to do it. You are paying his salary. Whoever is that clown, they are locking up in that place. Whether it's a mask wearer, whether it's the demented Buhari, it doesn't matter. What we know is that in the name of Nigeria, somebody is being camped in that house as president of Nigeria. We living here, we are not comfortable with that. And we are writing to the government of the UK to send him back to where he's coming from. That's what we are asking for. We are not saying that, oh, we are going to help you arrest Buhari. That would be a stupid thing to even think about, okay? And if you are too childish to understand what I just told you, that's your own cup of tea, okay? If I have to sit you down and explain everything I said in this video, the same way I will have to explain to a 3-year-old kid, Baba, you don't belong to Maiyegun's Diary platform. Get somebody somewhere else where they talk about jokes, where they talk about clownish stuff. You are going to make a very great fan on such platforms. But on Maiyegun's Diary, you're just going to be a joke if I have to explain this. Same way I'm going to have to explain to a 3-year-old kid. But for now, the same message, the same energy. Buhari must leave London. Anything where them package enter the UK, they must package them back to where they are bringing him from, right? And if they won't do it, we will make sure, say, is stay in this country where we are all legal, legit taxpayers to the UK government is not welcome. It's making us uncomfortable. And in this country, the government of this country understand when you feel like somebody who shouldn't be around you is around. Especially a government official that makes you uncomfortable, that can lead you into any kind of medical breakdown. People don't want to see him here. Don't you understand? And we have every right to kick him back. So if you want him in Nigeria, we will send him back to you. If he's going to have to come back early, we'll go find out very soon. If he's going to stay in that house locked up, we'll go find out very soon. But whatever it takes, Buhari must go back. If you now want him out of your government, if you want to break Nigeria, you know where to go to. You know which messages to listen to. But if you are looking for somebody who is sympathetic to an old, demented, inefficient, incompetent criminal, incompetent megad, then you might need to join AY comedy or AY, what's that called again? AY comedy. They have a very huge following. You will be great being one of them. Thank you very much. I'm going to see you later tonight. This is my sermon for today. Until I see you again, remember, Buhari must go to wherever he's coming from. The hellfire he came from, let us send him back there. And if you are not comfortable with that, we will not come London, come and beat us. And until I see you again, have a wonderful one.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa bí.
ayé ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Ayé ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òkúra olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Ayé ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ayé ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.